live, baby. Okay. We good? Okay. Y'all, I had to add the little details. Okay. Hey, y'all. It's Summer Chrissiana. How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of More Than a Creator. Today, we are going to go into detail with Quest LA. Hello. I see y'all tapping in. And he just hopped in too. So I'm going to go ahead and send an invite on to him, y'all. And then we just going to hop right into our interview. Y'all already know how the interviews go. If y'all have questions, y'all feel free to drop them down. But let me get some emojis to make sure y'all can hear me first. And then y'all know where to find the interview on. Oh, hold on. Y'all know I keep do not disturb on to make sure that's not on. Okay, good. I keep the interviews on my YouTube channel at Summer Chrissiana. So if you want a little recap, or if you're not able to watch all of it, I know we all busy. If you're not able to watch all of it, you can catch it on my YouTube channel. And we'll give him some time to hop on. I sent the request to you, Quest. Go ahead and accept that so we can get right into this. Hello. All right. What's going on, Picasso? Joined, waved. All right, here we go. Let me accept it. And I'm going live from 2 pages, the More Than a Model Workshop page as well, y'all. Hello.
Yo, how you doing?
Good. You made me nervous now. When I messaged you, I was like, oh.
Nah. I had see what happened was I woke up a little later than expected just because, I got some shows. Like once I get off with you, I gotta head over to a show. And I actually I don't know what I did in my reminders, but I put AM instead of PM, and I was like, dang.
Oh.
Yeah. But you kind of
sound like me.
Yeah, you reminded me though, because I right before I hopped on, I ended up putting my phone on Don't Disturb. I was like, that's a good idea. That's a real good idea.
Most definitely. Okay, so how you doing today?
I'm good. Like I said, I'm just starting my day. I woke up to a gang of messages. Actually, like when my song went kind of viral on one of the platforms that it was being streamed on or whatever, and people was reposting it on Instagram. So I woke up to I was making breakfast, and one of my managers called me and was like, bro, you're going viral. I heard the dings and I felt the vibrations, but it really didn't register in my head at the time. But it's cool though. I've had a good morning.
Most definitely. So how does it feel? Is this your first time going viral?
For the right reasons, yeah.
Uh-oh.
For the right reasons, I guess so. Yeah. So it's been a pleasure, and it's been a movie, and I know there's more to come. So I'm gonna put you up a little higher. So I'm not really, I guess this is just the beginning. So I'm super excited about it.
So tell me first about yourself. We're gonna go into your new single that just dropped, but just tell me a little bit about yourself first.
Well, I'm a recording artist, currently located in Atlanta, Georgia, but I'm originally from Los Angeles, California. It was a real big thing. I came out here for school, and I just fell into the music game, and I just been loving it ever since. So it's a little bit about me. I just recently graduated in May from Clark, Atlanta, so got a lot of good things going on right now.
What was your major at Clark?
I was an English major with a minor in sociology.
Okay, so how has English played a part into you being a recording artist?
For me, it got everything to do with my wordplay and stuff like that. Like, I don't have a limit when it comes to my pen. And I guess I'm appreciative of that because everybody everybody don't have that luxury. And then, that's probably the biggest thing. But I didn't originally pick English for music or anything. Like, I was actually a bio major for the longest. I was a bio major. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say business. You were giving me a business major vibe.
Business communication type of vibes. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. I was a biology pre-med major for the longest, but I quickly realized like that really wasn't my lane. After about 3 years, I was like, yeah, I want to be an English. Luckily, a lot of my credits transferred over, so it worked out for the better.
So what made you get into biology first?
Well, my mama always, when I was growing up, I really wanted to be a doctor. I really wanted to be an anesthesiologist. But when I got to school, I was doing it, and then I realized I was so unhappy. But like I was doing it for my mama, and
Yeah.
then I, as I got older, I started to grow into my big boy pants, and I just kind of realized like, damn, I ain't doing that for me. I'm in school, yeah, but I ain't doing it for me. I'm doing it for my mama. So instead of like just dropping out, because I am still big on education, I wanted to,
Good.
I wanted to get that piece of paper with my name on it, but I just didn't know what lane I wanted to go in. And when I was in high school, I always knew I could write. Like I was a part of the yearbook, I was a part of the newspaper, like I was head of all of that. So I always knew writing was my thing. And my English teacher told me to go and be an English major, but it wasn't no money in that in my head at the time.
Yeah.
And I realized, it's above the money. It's about the craft. It's about your happiness. And I wasn't happy when I was a bio major. So I made the switch eventually.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
that's good that education is big to you. More so that you was trying to make your mom happy, but you followed your heart and what made you feel good. So that's great.
Yeah, facts. Eventually.
Yeah, yeah. So you say you were in California.
Uh,
Where did this Atlanta switch come to? Because you're supposed to go to UCLA, like.
and that's funny because I was supposed to go there really for football, but the switch really took place. When you're young and you dumb and you make mistakes and you have to learn and grow from those mistakes. So and I guess this is all God's timing because if it wasn't for coming to Atlanta and meeting my managers and stuff like that, I wouldn't have never been pushed to make music. I wouldn't have never been making music. I probably would have just been playing football. I was a D1 recruit out of high school, and unfortunately, things that that were above my control. Some things were in my control in terms of my mouth and my temper and stuff like that. When I was growing up, 15, 16, 17, kind of caused for me to receive some backlash and some consequences and repercussions for my behavior. But I mean, like I said, I'm totally on board with it and I'm appreciative of it because if I didn't make it out here, it's a lot of things that wouldn't have ever happened for me in terms of my career, in terms of my relationships, in terms of my bonds with people for life, really.
Okay. So you say you made a couple mistakes. Can we hop into those? I got one in particular. I
Yeah,
feel like I tried to veer around it a little bit, but can we dive into it
yeah,
about your scholarship?
we could dive into it. You want to know? You want some tea on it?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
not tea. Not tea. I'm not messy.
No, we can do
But
it.
I
We
just
can do it.
want to know what happened so you can be like, make it aware to other people, to learn
Yeah.
from your.
Well, growing up in high school, my high school coach was actually was like my goddad. He played like a real big father figure for me. Because I don't know my biological father, so he played a real big father figure for me. And what happened was we had a real good football team. So seasons were always long. They always started in like August and always stretched all the way to the end to like December because we were always in the playoffs. So it was like one playoff week or whatever. And it was just a real late practice, and I was irritated. And me and him actually got into it about some things. We exchanged some words, just because I was tired. And you always got to be on game. You always got to be on point. He the head coach, so and he's also my family. So it's kind of like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. And we both said some things that we probably didn't mean. And with that, he might have made some calls, and he voiced his concerns to like recruiters that will call about me and say, he's a cancer to any team he'll play for. But I don't hold that against him anymore. I used to be mad about it for a long time. But I still got a chance to play college football. I didn't play D1, but I played D2 over at Clark Atlanta. I was a starter there, so I experienced what I needed to experience, and I'm on to bigger and better things. I still got 2 years of eligibility if I wanted it, but I just started making music, and I just haven't really looked back ever since because things have been kind of going up for me. So.
That's really growth to say that you're not upset with him. How did you walk yourself through that process?
Like I said, I wouldn't have been where I'm at today with my career. Like I can firmly say, I would not be making music if I played college football at a D1 level. You don't really even have time to have a job at
Right.
level, let alone, you know, do something extracurricular like make music and go to shows and go to studio sessions and, you know, go put up posters around the city or like hand out your cards at like events. You don't have time to do none of that, you know. So I can firmly say my life would not be what it was if I didn't come out here to Atlanta. From a career sense, from a man sense, like I found myself out here. So I'm not too much concerned, you know, and I had to do that on my own. I don't have any family in the South. I don't have any family. All my family is back in Cali. So, you know, it was a real big push for me. It was a real big step, but, you know, I made the most out of it coming out here for real.
Good. Where did your passion for music start from?
Well, that kind of dates back. I was making I was making like some SoundCloud music back in high school, but it was ass, and so it was. So I made like one song, and I'll never forget. My brother, he plays professional football in Germany right now. My brother was like, "Yo, this is trash," and I never made another song. That was like 10th grade year of high school. I'm like, okay, I'm never making another one. And then I got to college, and my roommate was actually a rapper. And I used to always hear him playing beats. Always hear him playing beats. I'm like, that's slide, like that's hard. And one day I just wrote to it, and I knocked on his door. I'm like, yo, you want to hear what I wrote? He was like, oh, you writing? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, let's hear it. And then he liked it. He was like, bro, just slide me to the studio. So we slid to this little rink-a-dink studio, and we put out this. I mean, we put out this song. It wasn't great. I ain't gonna lie, it was terrible. I hadn't known my sound yet, so from there I just started playing with my sound, making little freestyles on Instagram. They was getting mad love. So because they was getting mad love, I'm like, all right, for sure. But then I stopped. I got into a relationship, got sidetracked, stopped making little freestyles. And I was like, okay, well, like my passion still wasn't there. So it was just really divine timing. And then coming up on my junior year, ending my junior year of college, going into my senior year of college, I had some life stuff going on, you know, and I was literally at home on my mama fire escape, grabbed a little legal pad and a pen, and I just jotted some words down, and it just flowed so naturally. Like to this day, I don't remember even making the song, and I dropped it on Apple Music. It got mad love, and then that's how, you know, I just started going crazy in the booth instead of like just putting them up on Instagram. I just started gatekeeping my music and then dropping it, and then eventually I met my manager. At the time, he was just a friend that was like, bro, this song could blow. He was like, but if you want to make music, you need to come back to Atlanta. I'm like, all right. So at the time I was living on my best friend couch. I was just laying and sleeping on my best friend couch for like half a year until my manager now called me and was like, you need to come back to Atlanta so we could get going on this. And I was like, all right, I'll come. And we've just been going ever since.
So you said you were on the couch. Was this in Cali when you were on the couch?
Yeah.
So did you like come? You were in Cali, came to Atlanta, then went back. Is that how it was?
I was in Atlanta, had a breakup, emotionally distraught. Went to my mama house, moved back to my mama house, but I left I was still paying rent in Atlanta though. I just had my apartment out here in Atlanta and I wasn't using it. I was just at home, and then I was at my mama house. My mama just wasn't making it easy for me in terms of, you know, having to reconfigure to like rules and regulations of like not coming in the house late or being on my mama, you know, we don't really come from much at the time. So my mama was living in a studio apartment. So if I wanted to be on the phone, I got to go outside or, you know, or I got to whisper, or I got to go in the bathroom and have my conversations. Like, so I didn't really like that. So I moved in with my best friend because she just had a little bigger of a house. So it was a 2-bedroom, but one of the rooms was like for her dogs or whatever, and the other room was for her. And I was just like, shit, I'll sleep on the couch. I slept on the couch for like a year or like a half a year or something like that. And then that's when I was like, my manager convinced me to move back to Atlanta, and things have been great ever since, for real.
Cool. So let's get into your new single, Taking No Breaks.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Have you heard it?
I did. I heard a little bit of it. How do you get yourself ready to write a song in general, and then how did you get yourself ready for writing your single?
In general, how I get ready to write a song, it literally has to come on me. Like right now, I haven't written a song besides like little freestyle stuff. Like I haven't really written a song in like a couple weeks, like a genuine song, because once you get to a certain pedigree in music, like you can't go looking for like type beats on YouTube and stuff like that, because they'll get flagged, copywritten, whatever. or when it do decide to blow up, you're gonna owe that money back. So I don't get a chance to like go and just play with beats anymore. I kind of gotta schedule sessions where I go over beats, and then another session where I record on the beats, or another session where I write on the beats. So it's really no preparation for it anymore. I just um, kind of take. I used to be really against writing in the studio, but now I've kind of like gravitated towards it a little bit more. So that's how I prepare. But how I prepared for taking no breaks was the same way though. I was in the studio with Kenny Bartow. Shout out to Kenny. Yeah, you know that Lloyd song, "True." This is me. So
Oh,
please,
yes.
he made that song. So I was with him in the studio and we wrote the song. He just played the beat on loop and I just wrote it there. So that's pretty much how it goes at this current moment. It used to be a little different. I used to just stack up on music on tight beats on YouTube and just record them, but I can't really move like that no more after you get to a certain stature.
Yeah, you official. You can't be using the YouTube beats. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't need my music getting flagged or taken down, or somebody coming for thousands of dollars. Like I'd rather just avoid it.
I'm gonna play a little bit of it so they can be familiar with it, and
Okay.
then after that, I'm gonna have you let me know where they can find it at. Okay.
Okay.
So here it is, pulling it off of your page, taking no breaks.
Going to face and I ain't been taking no breaks. The bag I throw in your face and I ain't been taking no breaks. Putting trophies in the case and I ain't been taking no breaks. Yeah, got it live like a safe. The bag is going to face and I ain't been taking no breaks. The bag I throw in your face and I ain't been taking no breaks. Putting trophies in the case and I ain't been taking no breaks. I ain't taking no breaks. Nigga,
So that's a little bit of it. And this the visual that's on here, that's your actual video, correct?
Yep.
Did you come up with the concept of it?
Nope. That's all glory to my team, man. They're really good. My marketing manager, the dude that sets up all my rollouts and stuff, the real experience, man. He's really big. He's actually he works a double life. So he's my marketing manager, but he's also Callie. He's her stylist. Um, so he's always ripping and running and really busy. But yeah, he does all my rollouts and he does a pretty good job. Like I have some input, but for the most part, he'll come with that base level concept that we can build off of. So he's really good at what he does.
Cool. And how was shoot day? Cause you a natural with this one. Like, did you practice this a little bit, or was it all?
Between me and you, I'm not a lights, camera, action guy. Like I really try to, stay to myself. I'm really, people that are around me will say like, oh, he's outgoing, but really, I know me in my heart of hearts, I'm shy. Like I don't really like being put on the spot. So shows, I don't really like. I be nervous. My heart be jumping. Videos, my heart be jumping because it's like I'm recording, but behind that camera is what 15, 20, 30 people just watching you do your thing. So it's like really awkward for me. So shoot days are really like I really have to pump myself up for shoot days, shows, anything. I gotta get right with myself and gotta get right with God before I decide I'm just gonna just go. I can't just get up and do it. Put it that way.
So how was your first performance?
My first performance was stressful. I had to perform at homecoming, at Clark Atlanta's homecoming. You know how HBCU homecoming.
Oh wow, that's the first one.
Pressure, right? Yeah, you wouldn't think that it would be like that. I didn't do no showcases, no nothing before that. I just did a show in front of like 4, 5, 6, 700 people at Clark Atlanta's homecoming, and that was another thing. Shout out to my marketing manager. He got me on that show because he was like one of the coordinators, one of the behind the scenes coordinators for that show. He had thrown his own like fashion show, and during like intermission and stuff like that, I got to perform. And that was really stressful because I had to be there like to check in and stuff like that at like 12 in the afternoon, and I didn't go on till like 8 p.m. So that whole time I'm just stressed, like dang, I gotta really perform. And I had to go out and do it, but I was a natural at it. Like I once I got up there, it was cool. But your original thoughts are like, damn, they gonna mess with me? They gonna rock with me? Damn, are they gonna like the song? Like, am I gonna stumble up on my words? Like, it's just a lot of moving factors. I'm real anxiety driven. I put it that way.
Oh yeah, but you knocked that Clark Atlanta. Oh my gosh, for the first performance.
That's what I'm saying. And we was the only one that day. So the AUC, sometimes they homecomings run into one another, but like this year, this past year, it was like, and I know you probably saw it on social media, like it was like all the rappers were there, all of the influencers were there. Like it was a real big deal. So everybody was already out there waiting on that. So for me to go out there and perform before all of them, it was like, damn, that's a lot of pressure. And I was stressed. I really was.
Cool, cool, cool. As far as the video and everything, wardrobe and your team, how did you pick them out? I know that you said that you met one of your managers in school, but how
Yeah.
did you meet everybody else?
So my manager who originally, like my manager, not head of like marketing or none of that. My manager, like on paper. I met him in high school. I had him. He was my football coach in high school, one of my football coaches.
Okay.
But he's slowly been trying to get out of like that athletic lane and try to make his way into like a A&R type of role. And he had worked with other artists before, back when I was like major independent. And I guess those didn't work out for whatever reason, and he wanted to like part ways with those partnerships. And then he had heard me already dropping my own music and was like, "Let's work." And I'm never gonna turn down work. I'm like, "Let's work, whatever." And then my photographer, my all in all photographer, Ziegler Photos. He's a celebrity photographer. I met him through the Real Experience, my marketing manager. That's like his personal photographer. So he kind of just gave me all the connects that I needed. He made it a lot simpler for me to come out here and just, because I don't know nobody out here. So he made it really easy for me to come out here and just meet the people that I needed to meet and build off of that. And, whatever comes of that relationship comes of it. It just so happens like I ended up clicking with these dudes and we make some really good things happen when we get together. So, yeah, it's like I said, all God's timing, really.
Yeah. Are we going to see them in your documentary?
Yeah, that's my problem. Like, have you ever seen? I don't know if you've ever seen it. Have you seen Kanye's documentary on Netflix?
Of course, I saw
Have you ever seen Kanye's
documentary,
Okay.
and it was only 3 episodes, and it made me upset because I wanted more.
Exactly. It could have been a lot more. No, so I say all that to say, I wish I had another cameraman who can capture that, because like I really rock with Zig. That's my cameraman. So if I could get him in the shots, I would. But he is the cameraman. So no, he probably wouldn't be in it, but he will be in it a little bit. I think he got a couple of glimpses, but he ain't got no real big, because he got a job to do while we recording. So we don't really get to chill. You'll see Real will be in the documentary. I'm trying to get all of that worked out soon. We still editing that. We've had the documentary for months now. We just been trying to get a couple of things in order in terms of the documentary to be dropped and get it edited. It's a lot of footage. Like, it's nowhere near finished edited, and it's already at like 45 minutes, and we ain't nowhere near it. You feel me? So yeah.
And where will you be releasing it at?
The documentary is gonna be released on YouTube. Hopefully I could get depending on how long it is, hopefully I could get some of it up on Instagram and then just forward everything into my bio and then have him go get it, on YouTube. That'd be my biggest thing. But it's gonna be moderate, relatively long. I'm trying not to make it that long because I'm still, up and coming. So who finna watch a 2-hour documentary about what I got going on?
So, you know what? I'm glad that you said that, because some people don't be like honest with themselves, and
I'm never gonna be in the clouds. I'm never gonna be in the clouds about it.
And then the thing is, you're gonna give them a little bit, like a little taste of you, and it'll make them want to follow more of your journey. So I think just like with what Kanye did, he gave us 3 episodes, and now we're waiting for more. So now we like, oh yeah, the next episodes that come out, I'm definitely gonna be tuning in. So yeah, most definitely, that's what's gonna happen with yours too.
Yeah, facts. I appreciate it. You just gotta stay real and conscious with yourself, and not get get. I don't know if you can cuss on here, but like, keep your head out your ass. Like, just be real about it. Like, we people at the end of the day, so. I'm very conscious of where I am and where I'm trying to get to, and I applaud people for taking the gradual steps that they take to get into where they want to be.
Really good. What can we expect to see in the documentary? I know you chopping and editing it up, but what have you filmed so far?
So far we filmed We got like 3 studio sessions in the documentary, but they're all in different formats. So like I keep pinging off of other documentaries. Have you ever seen like that Dreamville documentary where like he invited people to his studio session and just had everybody else recording like the Revenge of the Dreamer stuff?
I swear you looking at my notes, like, cause I got Kanye's documentary right here and J. Cole's. But yeah,
I am above. I am way past my I'm there and I'm in tune. But no, I ain't looking at your notes. I ran a play off of the Revenge of the Dreamers documentary, and then I invited some people that I've seen coming up in Atlanta as rappers that I know personally in terms of school, in terms of even my roommate from sophomore year of college that got me into music. He's in the documentary. Like I invited all them dudes up to Patchwork Studios over in Atlanta, one of the biggest studios out here, just to get a feel. I feel like it'd be really good to run a play off that Revenge of the Dreamers idea. I thought it was a really good and wholesome experience. So I was like, if I could get everybody under one building, I would. And I was able to do it. So that's in the documentary. Just the coming of that, the coming of one of my latest, one of my EPs that came out a couple months ago. That's in there, and probably stuff that is coming up soon. Like I probably have 1 or 2 like my shows that are coming up. I'll probably have those in the documentary if I can. Try to incorporate that somehow. So it's a lot to expect. It's a lot of people to get a chance to understand like how I'm thinking in terms of an artist, and then at that point they'll realize like, oh, he a little different. Like he's not just one of these dudes on Instagram saying he a rapper. Like
exactly.
Take this serious. So yeah, they'll get a really good feel for who I am as an artist.
And what was your turning point in your music career?
The turning point in my career?
Yeah.
In terms of what? Like what made me like start progressing?
Elevating, yeah. When were you like, oh, this is what I'm meant to do. This is my turning point. I'm about to turn up. This is my time.
Yeah. It wasn't something that happened. It was more so conversations I had. I was having conversations with people. Like I said, he's a really big catalyst for like why I'm a rapper today or an artist today is because he's a celebrity wardrobe stylist. He styles Cali, he styles K-Camp, he styles K-Camp's DJ, like hundreds of celebrities that he's styling, but he's around these people. He's in the rooms that I want to be in. So if you're in the rooms that I want to be in and you're associating with these people and you're telling me that like, dude, you're not far off, I'm gonna believe you, especially being my friend. And I know that he knows that I'm not the type of dude that like any type of sugarcoat. And I like it raw and uncut every time, any and everything. So for him to sit there and tell me like, yo, you need to come out here and like really lock in. I didn't do it immediately, but like after our second or third project, I started really getting on it. And that's all I really needed was that extra push from somebody who's already in those rooms to be like, bro, you got it. I'm telling you, you got it. Look at these dudes. Like, and he associates with other people who, he tells me all the time, like, they don't have half the talent you have. Like, if you just locked in a little bit more, then you catapult. And like, ever since then, I've really been locking in. Like I scheduled 2 shows this weekend back to back. I ain't did 2 shows in 2 years that I've been making music. I'm locking in. Like I'm on it. It's I'm entering contests knowing that I'm gonna make it, knowing that I'm gonna win. Like I don't have much of a concern. Like, yeah, y'all do what y'all do on the other side of that mic, but I know when I grab it, it's gonna be something different. So I'm not it too much.
Okay, do you wait, before I close this out, where can we find Taking No Breaks?
You can find Taking No Breaks on all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, anything, anywhere. You can find it streaming now. Go crazy, share with your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your cousin, everybody.
And I got another question, because I've been seeing it 2 different ways. Yeah. So I've been seeing breaks as in BREAKS, and then breaks like car brakes. So which one are we?
I have not. That's my man. Like, he's wrong. I should fire him because it is taking no breaks. It is BREAK. It's like BREAKES. Like it's not. What is that, Damo?
No, cause he's not the first one. Look, don't get mad at him. He's not the first one.
No, I'm gonna fire him.
On on the post that went viral, it said breaks that way too. So I had to go back. I was like, oh, am I messing it up? Okay, so I just wanted
I
to
didn't even notice that in the post that went viral. I didn't even notice that. That's not good.
I be analyzing.
Yeah, because I didn't even notice that. That's not good at all. No, that's bad. I'm gonna have to talk to my PR about that.
Okay, cool. But we clearing that up. Either way, they gonna be able to find you on Apple Music. Your videos on YouTube, right?
Yeah, videos on YouTube. All things Quest LA. All things Quest LA. So Quest LA, you can type that into Apple Music. Everything gonna come up. The whole portfolio. Instagram, same thing. Quest Music. YouTube Quest. That should be confusing, man. YouTube Quest LA as well. So
Okay.
yeah, all things Quest LA.
And do you have any advice for anybody that wants to get into becoming a recording artist or into the industry, period?
Absolutely not, because then that'll be more competition. I'm just playing. Nah,
Mic drop.
nah. Advice for any up and coming artist is that wants to get into this game and industry, man. Understand that your time is your time, so you can't compare yourself to nobody else. I know I didn't did my own research and found that people done dropped one mixtape, one song on SoundCloud and blew up. So you can't sit there and compare yourself. You got to have a little bit of luck in this industry and in this game, because some of my favorite artists ain't even mainstream. So you just got to have a little bit of luck, a little bit of faith, and then just keep going. And if it's your time gonna come. And when your time come, you be straight. You'll be ready to conquer the world. But until then, you just got to stay in belief that what you're doing is really good, and what you're doing is making a change, and what you're doing is, bigger than music. It's for your family. It's for, your kids. So, as long as you have those constantly running through your head, you can't really fail.
Cool. All right, y'all. Well, y'all make sure y'all follow him. I'm definitely gonna keep up with you. And are you performing, taking no breaks anywhere, anytime soon in Atlanta?
No, not right now. These 2 shows that I got coming up, really in the next 2 hours, and then tomorrow night at 9, I'm performing some other songs that I just never got to show no love to during that time. But because you said that, if I do book another show, I'll definitely perform it, and I'll announce it for sure.
Okay, yeah. Shoot me a message, because I want to come out and support you too.
You in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, I think I already follow you.
We follow each other. We just never chopped it up for real. I've been talking to your manager.
Okay, yeah, for sure. No, I'll keep you in the loop of things, because obviously they don't be doing what they doing, talking about taking breaks.
No, they know what they doing. It was a human error. I'm not getting nobody fired.
Nah, you good. That's family. We all family, and you family too. Now that we working, so I'll let you know the next time I got a show, I'm performing that song, and you could come out.
All right, cool. Well, I appreciate you sitting down and talking to me. Break your legs on both of your performances, and in the comments.
Yeah, look at you. Worry. Look.
But yeah, thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Honors on mine. Thanks for having me, for real.
All right. See you. Have a blessed day. All right, y'all. That is a wrap up of another episode of More Than a Creator. Y'all make sure y'all keep up with Quest LA. Y'all going crazy in the comments. Keep up with Quest LA. Make sure y'all follow him. So y'all can see footage from the performances that he's got going on. He's in Atlanta as well. So just like my last interview, that's not going to be the last time y'all see him on More Than a Model Workshop page or on the Summer Chrissiana page. So y'all tune in. Stay tuned. Go stream. Taking no breaks. Breaks, BREAKS. Yeah. And that's what it is. Okay? All right. See y'all for the next episode. Summer's only one season, but stick with me where it's summer year round. See y'all.